Hey guys, how are you all doing? I went on a little break. I miss you guys. I hope all of you are well. So today we are gonna do crochet locks, okay? And I'm gonna start off with moisturizing my hair with this chippy infused water to give me some hydration, also help to improve the healthiness of my hair. And I give my hair also a little massage before I begin. This is the locks I'm going to use. It is called Crochet Locks with Curl Ends. They are 8 packs in total, or 8 bundles I should say, but I ended up using 6 bundles. And I'm also going to use these crochet kinky extensions and then Brazilian wool yarn extension as well. So this is the length of Brazilian wool I'm going to be using, and with my gel I'm going to use Justlin glazee gel. And to start with, I'm beginning from my front. I find that when I'm doing my hair and I start from my front, especially with braids, it becomes so easy, and it continues to give me the motivation I need. And with the patterns, as usual, I part my hair and then I use the gel to clean up the parts so that the parts really come out clean and nice. And over here I'm just parting the smaller sections that I'm going to do the installation of the crochet locks. And the size actually depends on the size of the crochet. So if the crochet is a big size, you're going to part your hair into big sizes. If it is small, you're going to do it into smaller sizes. Now after parting my hair, I'm attaching the Brazilian wool extension to my hair and braiding it into a normal box braid, okay? And then I'm just twisting the end. You can do box braid all to the end or do twist to the end like I did, but you can see that I didn't really get to the end because that's not the target. I just want my natural hair to be braided, and then it will be protected inside the extension. And then over here, this is the crochet lock. I'm going to insert the crochet pin into the loop. This is how it should look like. And then I'm going to start attaching the extension or the Brazilian wool, pulling it from the loop and then having it like this. Okay, so this is the first method of the crochet, or how to install the locks. Okay, so this is the first method. I'm going to teach you 2 methods so that you choose which one would be convenient for you. And then I inserted the rest of the Brazilian wool back into my hair, and this is how it is also looking like. Then I'm going to use the kinky hair to do the wrapping at the base or to the end of where the loop loops in the Brazilian wool, you understand? So the loop between the Brazilian wool and the crochet lock. Okay, so I'm going to just do the part the wrapping all the way down. And with the wrapping at my roots, I just wrap around 2 times so that it doesn't become bulky at that place. So like I said, I'm just wrapping it all around until I get to where the loop is. And I'm going to use glue, and nail glue, of course. This is Pinky's nail glue, very strong. It doesn't rip off or whatsoever. I'm just applying it at where the kinky hair ends, at where the loop is, and then I just squish it in between my hands, and that is how I have the lock extension. Okay, and by this method you also extend the extension automatically, because if you attach the Brazilian wool inside the loop, it becomes longer than the original length of the extension. So that's an advantage, you know what I'm saying? So yeah. So I'm going to do the second method, and over here I'm just trying to part my hair. Some people raise concerns that sometimes they do not see how I part my hair. That's why I'm taking my time to really part my hair for you to see it well, how I do it all the way through to the end. And as you saw, I used the large tail comb to do the parting first, and then I go in with my gel before I use a small comb to clean up the parts. And again, with the second method, I inserted the Brazilian wool into the crochets, and then I braided my part into box braid. So instead of attaching the extension to my box braid or to my hair, I rather inserted it to the crochet lock, and then I am looping in the extension, the Brazilian wool, into my small box braid that I made. Okay, so that it becomes similar to the first one, just that this one is different, slightly different from the first method. So basically that is it. But then when it comes to the wrapping, it is the same method, just using the wrapping to wrap the hair. Basically you can equally crochet the kinky as well into your hair, but I find that it might help my hurt my scalp. I didn't try, but I didn't want to try to experience any bad to really have any bad experience with the wrapping, because I don't want my fruit to be bulky, so that's why I didn't crochet it. This was totally fine, it didn't ravel or whatsoever. So whichever method that works for you, do that. And with this particular second method, you wrap the hair until you exhaust all the kinky extension, and then you wrap it upwards and squish it into your hand without using any glue whatsoever. And that is the method I use it all round. So I'm going to repeat the same thing over and over again until you get it. Now again, you insert the Brazilian wool into the extension, and in exchange of the Brazilian wool, you can use a braiding extension, or if you have a lot of kinky hair available, you can also use that. And then you braid your hair into box braid and insert the Brazilian wool. You crochet the Brazilian wool into your box braid, and then you hold it tight, and then you use the kinky to do the wrapping at your base about 2 to 3 times, and then you wrap it all along until you get to the very end of where the loop begins, and then you squish it into or in between your palms. And basically that is how to achieve this Brazilian wool locks. Basically that's how to achieve this crochet locks. I did it for all the parts that I made, and I'm just going to leave it on for you to see and observe and keep practicing. Okay. When I was done, I realized that my back now kaka crazy for me to finish, so I was so happy because like I said, starting from the front really helps me. It's something that I find that it really helps me. So I was able to finish it all, and look at how the back is looking like. I didn't really do a lot of work at my back. I parted it into big sizes, and then when I was done, I used my oil to moisturize my scalp. This oil is a mixture of chili oil and Ayurvedic oil, so I'm using it to moisturize my scalp to provide enough hydration for my scalp, and then also help with hair growth, and then also avoid irritation. And I'm going to use this Sabalon hair mousse. I don't recommend this mousse, guys. I've always said that I don't recommend this mousse because it's so hard. I've already bought it, that's why I'm still using it anyway. I'm not going to buy it again. So if you're planning to buy a hair mousse, don't get this one. I don't recommend. I wouldn't say don't get it. I don't recommend, but if you find it helpful, good for you. So I'm just putting the mousse on it to tame any flyaways, and I'm going to use this olive oil coconut scented to provide sheen and shine to my hair. And yeah, basically that is how I've achieved these logs. This is how it came out. You realize that the length has increased. It is up all the way to my waist. Yep, so this is how it's looking like, and it is so nice. I love it. So lightweight, it's not heavy at all. And after a week I did makeup, and this is how it is looking after 1 week. I waited until 1 week till I did this makeup, guys. I think the strands total is about 75 or 76 strands on my head. I use about 6.5 bundles of the Crochet Locs. I got the locks from, I'll put on the screen on Instagram, so you can get it from here. And yeah, basically, thank you so much for sticking with me today. I love you. I'm gonna see you in my next video. Do check out my other hair tutorials. Bye. Love ya. Mwah.